Some tips on how to draw pictures symmetrically. If your eyes are like mine, they're really dumb and they don't like to see things the way they are. They like to see things the way I want to see them, which means often when I'm drawing, I don't realize that what I'm drawing is not symmetrical until too late, like I've inked it or have gone too far to erase. So as you can see here, a trick I've learned to use is to just try to draw a picture. And this works for people's faces. This works for shapes and designs. This works for figure drawing, is to just flip the paper around as I draw. This includes upside down or sideways. And what this does is it helps me get out of my own head and helps my eyes see the picture more objectively. And I don't mean just flipping it upside down or around and looking at it. I mean actually drawing parts of it while upside down to do part of the sketching or even part of the inking while the picture is upside down. So what I'm actually drawing here are just designs that I took photos of during my travels. They are Buddhist items. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but I really like the way they looked. And this one was particularly hard with a lot of straight lines. I had to go in and really figure out how this knot, I think they refer to it as the knot of eternity, how the knots kind of interacted. But getting in the big overall shape first, then dividing it down into halves and then into quarters, and then flipping the page around and around really was the only way I was able to get this to look anything close to symmetrical and regular. When it comes to inking straight lines like this that overlap, I try to follow through on a single line, draw the single line all the way through to its end before doing another line to help make sure that the lines themselves line up. And this kind of drawing of paying attention to the symmetricality, turning the paper around, following through with the lines is really useful for when I draw people and do clothing, especially head-on shots. And the technique here I use a lot with drawing people and clothing. Here is a long, tall piece that needs to be symmetrical. So one thing I do is to actually just draw straight down the middle when inking or sketching and just lock in the elements straight down the middle. That way I can force myself to kind of draw out from there. These are techniques I'm still working on myself. Really helps when I'm doing freehand and I don't have or don't want to get a ruler. Hopefully it's helpful.